Hi everybody and welcome to Guyver Gaming TV, and today we're going to take another closer look at Archeage. Archeage. Okay, joking aside, the queues aren't actually too bad these days. There are peak times on the UK servers. I'm on Kiprosa, so it's one of the busier ones. You're looking at maybe 30 minutes tops usually. Today, I logged on at 7:30 at night, and it was like 4 or 5 minutes. So the queues aren't too bad. So what I want to go into first is the detail of the game. As you can see, beautiful scenery, gorgeous places to run around. And I'm a loot whore, so give me a second. It is an awesome place to run around in. And I get a fortune of vein, happy days. So I'm mining here, so it's using labour points, and I'm getting ore and copper, gold, etc. So if I run over here, I want to go into the detail of Archeage. As you can see here, you've got a beautiful waterfall coming from the mountains, which you could have seen before if you were nosing. And as you see, the water has a flow. It's flowing that way, down towards the bridge. Right, now most games, it'll show you a flow, jump in it, you don't move a muscle. You see with this game, the flow actually moves you. So if you're swimming against it, you go really slow, and then if you're swimming with it, you're like an Olympic swimmer. It's little details like that that really stand out in this game and make it really, really nice to run around in. As I've said, the views are beautiful, and I'll show you some more as we go through this wee review look. So I'm going to be going this way. That's across the river, and I didn't want to. So I ain't swimming through it again. I'll just glide across. This glider, if anybody wants to know, was the one that you get for being a patron, for being in the alpha and buying a founders pack and all that. It's quite a cool glider, I like it. There is glider combat, there's also mounted combat. See on here with the arrows and stuff, but I don't think it does a great deal of damage, and I don't think anybody uses it. So this is a farming area, or an area where you can own land, and as you see, it's a mess. The land grab was pretty substantial. And I didn't get land to start with, but luckily I managed to buy one of my guildmates. Well, get one of my guildmates' houses off him because he was leaving the game. So I managed to get hold of one of the houses, which was good. What's up with that thing? He's hungry. So while we're here, we'll go into the farming aspect of the game. You can farm everything. As you see there, this guy's got a lot of cows. I'm doing a quest here, by the way. The trees here I have planted and are growing for, some of them are for a quest. The maple ones are for a quest. And I think that's it. The others are just getting done for wood, I think. This quest that I'm doing here is actually for turkey meat. So you feed them to plump them up, and then you hack the heads off, and you see the blade behind the back. And good night, it is down. And you get 5 meat. If you didn't feed them, you probably only get 1 or 2 meat out of them. So, you know, you feed them to plump them up, and then you lob the heads off. I'm glad it actually says confirm now, before you do it, because during alpha I killed quite a few of these animals by accident. Instead of feeding them, so now at least you get a confirmation thing. So on your farm you can plant whatever you want, you get a fair bit of space. I'll show you where the tree here. As you see, that red dotted line is the outline of my farm. So you do get a good bit of space in it. Like you can rotate your farms. They don't have to be square in here. You can rotate them and whatnot. But the trouble with the land grab was that a lot of patrons like myself that were founders and whatnot who worked and had jobs and didn't get time to play as much as they wanted to basically didn't get any land. I actually managed to get hold of a 16 by 16 scarecrow, which is one of these guys, with a few other guildies over in another area, and I used that for trees and whatnot, and I used that for a while, and then I luckily got this house here off, as I say, one of my other guildmates. So now I have a farm and a house to do other things. So now I can do more things like get animals down and start trying to advance my my work. So as I see, quest tracker is the same as all other games. I'm assuming I have enough meat now because it's not telling me what I've chopped. So I'm assuming that is enough now. Yep, quest ending down there. So, you know, you get quests like that. Collect roses, I have up there actually. Collect mushrooms, different things like that. This guy's got a couple of pens here, look. He's got a duck cage, goat pen, sheep pen and whatnot. So, you need stuff like that for cloth or meats or milk or duck feathers, you know, things like that for crafting and whatnot. This guy actually has a couple of yatters on, both females, unlucky. 2 female bears. If you get a male and a female, they can actually mate and you'll get a mount out of it. I think the bears, you get a battle pet out of it, which I will explore what battle pets are later on. And this area here is a small crafting area which you'll find on all the farm areas. All the areas that you can have land, auctioneer, a trip to Mirage, and your various workstations, your warehouse manager, which is like your bank. As you see, I have a lot of crap in here, which is that one. That is a miner's outfit, so I believe that is now a full miner's outfit that I have. That's a first for me. And as you see there with the sets, they give you extra mining proficiency and all that sort of thing. To be honest, I don't carry mine with me, but I don't think there's much point, to be honest. This over here is a speciality pack and workbench. This idiot here has put a farm right in front of it, but you can still get them from the side. So this is newy special stuff, milk and cooking oil. So as you see, you'll need a certificate, dried flowers and fruit olive, which you'll get from fruit and olive trees, as it says there. You'll create that, put it on your back like this gentleman has here, and then you will deliver it to, say, Hell Swamp, Sandeep, Cinderstone, 2 crowns, you know, for gold. You can get Gilder Star from it, which is used to buy your houses, boats, you know, your clippers, your galleons and that, but you've got to do that across continents, which some people are doing, but I'm not, because the PvP sucks ass at the minute. Basically, if you go across to the opposite faction's continent, you can be attacked by 1 to 20 odd plus guys, and only you can fight back. The rest of your party stands there and watches you get absolutely creamed. So at the minute, cross-continent stuff is a bit shit because you can't fight back. So if you want really good ones, you can hand them in. Can't remember where my mate said now, but there's other areas more inland that you can hand them in at, and they'll get you, really good gold or supplies or Gilder stars. But you just get picked up one by one at the minute. They need to change the PvP system to the same PvP system that everybody else has in an MMO around the planet. As you see, there's a guy with a tractor, so we can carry an extra 2 packs there. So he's probably going to load himself up with another couple of packs. It'd have been better with the one on his back, putting that in the tractor. Because if it makes another one, it's going to sit there and I can steal it. There you go, he must have heard me. So, he's going to do a run, I don't know where he's going to go. I'll say from here he might go down to, well, he's not going to go to Elswamp, there's 29 minutes left. He might be going, he might have a farm in Marianople or something. And he's going to put him on there, or Hellswamp. Or Halcyon, sorry, and he'll put him on there until it's safe again to do so. So yeah, PvP system, absolute shite at the minute. Trade runs are crap because you just get picked up one by one. It should be like everything else. Whoever attacks you gets flagged so everybody can kill him. And the open sea is a free-for-all, and Aurora is a free-for-all. If they change the system to how it is in every other MMO game in the universe, then you'd get more economy going. You know what I mean? You'd have big trading guilds in trade chat going, doing a run to, I don't know, Wind, Scour, Savannah or whatever. Need mercenaries for protection. Another guild can go, yep, no bother. We'll come in and help you out. Either charge so much gold, or maybe, could you give us a couple of packs? Because some PvP guilds won't do the farming and the trading and stuff, so it's a little more difficult or expensive for them to get gear. So they could go like, yep, we'll cover you if you give us maybe 3 or 4 packs. And a trade ship can carry a lot of packs, and then you've got ones on people's backs as well. So you could do huge trade runs like that, and they'll go, yep, no bother, and then you could have escorts going across, and PvP would be more fun then because you'd have massive battles going on instead of the odd skirmish here and there. The wars are a joke at the minute as well. I'm not sure how that one is, but ours over here is basically a Zerg to these crystal areas. You kill the guard captain, you kill a crystal or something, and that's it done. So Zergs pass each other, and that's it. Think of not Warsong Gulch. Oh, name escapes me now. But in World of Warcraft, when you had to go and kill the last boss, they just Zerg past each other, completely ignore each other in the middle, and then who could take the boss down the quickest. Arathi somewhere, I think it was. It's been a few years since I played. That's basically what this is, and nobody liked it in WoW, so Christ knows why they've done it in this. And it was changed. In WoW you ended up having to do a couple of other little bosses first, and get this and get that, and they made the bosses stronger and whatnot, so you needed help. Just to make it different. That's what they need in Halcyon and the other war zones. They need more things. Maybe hold a town, or hold that castle, or hold something over here before you can go and attack this, and it'd make it a bit more dynamic, and a bit more tactics would be needed, and you wouldn't have 300 fucking people running one way, 300 people running the other way, past each other, and then attacking the boss. It's not PvP, that. It's fucking PvE disguised as PvP. So they need to sort that out, to be honest, in my opinion. The danger levels, nobody really kills each other in these. They're just too busy questing or trying to get the Gilder stars and gold and stuff. You do get killed by the odd tit, but to be honest, it's usually level 50. You can't actually PvP killing lobbies. I haven't seen many 50 versus 50 stuff. That's at level 5 at the minute in Cinderstone, so as soon as that a few more kills, probably that's going to go into war. I'm surprised these aren't all in peace at the same time they usually are. Probably because it's a weekday. And Carcass, you very rarely see that in peace, because it very rarely gets into war. But that's really the only problem with the PvP is the tagging system, to be honest, and the way the war zones are run. That's only 2 problems I see with PvP, but it can be quite fun. some balance in is needed. Like Primeval seems to be the cookie cutter class these days. Shadow Play needs a smack with a nerf stick, because you're near enough constantly stealth with it. But bar that, it's alright. So, as you say, he's gone off with his tractor to get some gold. So you'd grow what you need, and you go there, make your trade back, and go wherever you're going. As you see here, he's got cheese larders and his workbench and whatnot. He has female, male, female, female. Oh well, that male's gonna have some fun, isn't he? This guy's got a lot of corn going, rice plants. You know, it all depends on what they're doing. Where is it? Crafting's pretty in depth, obviously, because you need your farming and stuff. But again, the problem I see with this is your bundle packs. 30,000 fucking proficiency in stuff like that. You know, you're doing corn and rice. Where is it? Gathering. Where am I looking? Gathering. So, like cotton seeds, right? I've planted a shit ton of cotton for my cloth making, so I can make armors, right? I'm only 789 fucking cloth, and I've got to plant these one at a time. Some of these things need like 100 odd cloth fragments, and you need 10 cotton seeds to make one cloth. So you think the proficiency for bundles will be a hell of a lot lower than 30,000, because by the time you've got to 30,000, you don't fucking need cloth anymore, because you've made everything. You know what I mean? The only thing you'd use it for now is by chucking shit on the auction house. So the proficiencies need to be looked at and changed as well. This has all been brought up in alpha and beta, and Tryon ignored a lot of this. The PvP was debated fucking left, right and centre in alpha, and it just seemed to fall on deaf ears, so I'm not impressed with Tryon about that one. The queues at the beginning of the game were a disgrace as well. Fucking 7 to 12 hour queues. That was disgusting for a start of a game. There's never been a game that I've played that bad. Even WoW was never that bad at the beginning. You might have a few hours, but never fucking 12. I think I saw one guy on for like 13, 14 hours, then he got fucking kicked and put back in the queue again, because the game crashed on him. So the start of the game for the first couple of weeks was fucking terrible, and it's getting there now. The queues are only maybe 30 minutes tops, but it's still pretty bad. And they opened all these new servers up, which was no fucking good, because if you'd got a house, you couldn't take it across with you. You could take your plans, but you'd lose any materials that you put in. It'd take a long time to get sometimes, so that was a clusterfuck as well. A lot of people are growing trees, as you can see. That's probably wood for either houses or the boats your ships need. I think it's 3 or 4 wood packs, depending on what your ship is. The wee clipper, I think it's maybe 4 or 3. Could be 5, I don't know. But it's basically 3 logs to make 1 lumber, and then 100 lumber to make a wood pack. So you can imagine, like my house back there was 5 wood packs. That's a lot of logs you got to cut. Some of these you might get 6 to 7 logs out of a tree. So if you've only got a little farm like this per guy here, you're pretty much screwed. It's going to take you a long time. But again, that's what runs the auction house, I suppose. If I shall zip down to 2 crowns. Let's go 2 crowns. By the way, the houses are handy because I've got a fireplace inside, so you can port straight back to your farmhouse, which is very handy for making stuff, because you can have your own wood chopping tables and all the crafting stuff you can actually have at your house or on your farm. It's really handy. And I'll show you the different types of houses as well in a bit, as well as what boats and whatnot you can get. I'll take you to Mirage Island and show you that. Questing is basically the same as any other game really, but the one thing I do really like about the questing here is you can underachieve it or overachieve it. So if you're doing a quest and you think, balls to this, I'm bored shitless of killing the same thing 30 times, don't want to do it, you know, you've killed 10 of them, or you've killed like 4 or 5 mobs, there's another 20 to kill and you can't find them because it's overkilled or it's been countered like that, you can just hand the quest in with a few kills. You'll get less XP and either a lesser reward or no reward, but you'll still get XP for it and a bit of money, and that's pretty cool. If you overachieve a quest, you will hand the quest in and get more XP and I think more money as well. The quest item will still be the same, but it'll just be you know, more XP and more money, which is good. As you see, the scenery is beautiful. The ocean is a full combat zone. You can go out there and kick the shit out of each other if you like. There are quests underneath the water. There are sunken ships. I think there's one there with treasure and stuff on, which you can find different bits and bats on. Underwater combat is very nice. I don't think there's any mobs to kill there. You see, there's one of the boats you can buy, a clipper, and then that is what the galleon looks like when you get it. There might be some mobs over there. I can show you some of the detail. If I fall from this height, I will get falling damage, even if you land in water. This is pretty cool. There's a guy there fishing for probably a quest, or just to get some fish for something. As you see, proper docks there, and he's harpooned these to the floor. There's some weird shit with them boats, you can harpoon into all sorts, and it is quite comedic. I saw one harpoon to the airships that come to these ports here for transport. He'd harpooned himself to the bottom of the airship. I thought that was hilarious. Whoop, and there he goes. There's a nice bug. If you harpoon yourself to the floor, you can bounce back out of water again. See reflections in the water. Very, very good water. I've got to say, I'm impressed with the water detail in this game. So we'll drop off here. So as you see, he's now upside down in his boat, but it does have breathing apparatus on, which aren't even done yet. So you can go down and do quests and whatnot, and look for sunken treasure and things like that. So the underwater stuff's pretty cool. You can actually get aqua farms as well, so you can grow stuff underwater, like kelp and things like that, for different trade packs and quests and whatnot. So that's pretty damn cool as well. There's another guy fishing, look. Fishing's pretty cool. You do get a large variety of fish. And you know, one fishing off the edge. But the water is beautifully done. All the little white foamy bits are around where they should be when they hit in. There are storms out to sea. There's also a kraken out there that's going to kick their cack out of you. So that's pretty cool as well. There are mobs over there that can show you the detail. Another cool thing to do this, you need hereafter stones to do the teleporting, so I made a lot of that before. But the cool thing is, if you get a teleport, running through it doesn't work. You have to physically jump, and that's to stop people doing portals whenever there's huge raids going on, or there's a load of people doing trade pack runs, but you can't use them doing trade packs anyways. But if you're doing PvP and stuff and there's a load of you going, you have to physically jump through it so you don't get accidentally ported to the middle of nowhere, which is fairly cool as well. So as you can see, again, the scenery is gorgeous around here. I've got my horse out by mistake, but that'll do. Multiple mounts, you can get marketplace ones or quest ones. So as you see over here, again, water, crocodiles, cool stuff. Now if I fire this, now watch the flames as they go through the water. Look, see how they're boiling the water? Now that's pretty cool attention to detail, I've got to say. I do really, really like that attention to detail. And it'll do the same. Oh shit, no I can't, because he's above the water. Here's one here. It'll do the same if I do it this way as well, from above the water. As soon as it enters the water. Okay, that's not entering, but never mind.
Out of view.
If I'm above the water up here, as soon as it enters the water, you see it'll boil it, which is pretty cool. Ooh, lotus flower, I'll have that. I might need it. There are stuff you can farm out in the world, and it all gets your proficiency up. These random quest boards knocking about there like dailies. There's another guy in a clipper. You can put your own emblems on the oh my god, my brain has gone blank. Yeah, on the masts. You can also do it on capes as well, and on flags and things you can put up around your house. So the world feels alive. I do like that. You know, there's guys fishing, there's guys running back and forward with trade packs. So even the lower level areas are still pretty busy with, you know, max level people because of the trade pack runs. You know, so the sceneries are really, really cool and are very impressive. There's a guy over there. I'll show you the marketplace here while we run that direction. So, marketplace, it's alright. There's nothing to write home about. You know, most of it you can get from in-game via certain things anyway. Or you can just get it from the auction house, probably a bit cheaper. Usual stuff: expansion, scroll, pet healing, stuff for auction house licenses, which means you can sell homes. So if you build a house, you can actually flog it. Somebody can come along and go, yeah, I agree with that price. Or you can set it for a certain person to buy, which is quite handy. Not a clue. So this is the port of Mirage Island. Now this is where you go and get all the different stuff from. Your clothing, the cars, the houses, the other stuff. So we'll go down here and I'll show you the East Faction's housing. I mean, I can buy one of these if I wanted, and use it on the west side. But there's a farmhouse there, which is like 100 guild, I think it is. And you get your small houses, I think they're the medium ones, and then these large, like mansion type ones here, which are very cool indeed. It cost a lot of gilder. You know, they're all really, really nicely done, well kitted out. You know, all the doors and windows work. You know what I mean? I actually really like this style. That's the fireplace that you would use your memory ink so you can get right back to the house. Let's see how much this would cost. 500 guilder stars for that gaff. But it is cool, it's a big place, but it'd take you a wee while to get 500 guilders. There's portals here all over the place, they'll take you right back to where you entered Mirage Island. Over here are the beachside residents that you can purchase. That is the party barge, as we like to call it. That's the ship that you can purchase and have parties on and whatnot. And here are the wee ones. So this is the Clipper, which is 50 Gilder stars. Then you have the junk ship, which is their version of. Let me think. I think that's their version of Galleon. And then the fishing boat, which is 250, which one of my guildmates is actually looking for as well. He's after getting that. So if we go over here, I can show you what the Galleon looks like. Just beautiful. Look at that beautiful water effects. Look, the beautiful blue seas down there. I think there's stuff out there so you can play with your boat and whatnot. Oh, I'm not gonna have enough height, am I? Shit, no. Hacks. So over here again, you got a fishing boat, the trade ship, which holds a lot of trade packs, or merchant ship as they call it. There's a galleon, which is here, like a warship, and then a wee clipper again. Oh, so this is the galleon. As you see, it's fairly deep in the water, so you won't want to go in anywhere shallow with this thing. And you can board it from the back here and attack them and whatnot. There's room for, I think there's 4 trade packs you can put in here somewhere. Well, there was, I don't know if there still is. You can have cannons down here that can all be fired, but you need the ammo and stuff for them. You can climb the masts. You can on the proper ship. You can climb the masts and get up there and have a look out. There's one of the airships. And you know, use radar and whatnot so you can see a certain distance, see what's around you. They are pretty cool. One of our guildmates is actually looking at getting one at the minute, so he's saving up I think like 350 guilders. And these are the houses for my continent on the Vest. These are quite nice as well. I actually have one of these, I think it is. Stone Rose Manor Design. So I have this one, which is one of these houses here. But obviously there's no land to put the damn thing on yet. So they're really big. This one's actually kitted out. I'll get one of these down eventually. But you can even have a little aquarium, look. It's pretty cool. Tables, all this stuff's purchasable from here. There's a lot of stuff you can craft as well. So the house is pretty good. Again, the big problem with the game is the land grab. It was ridiculous at the start, and people were placing houses in really stupid places. An area where you could get 3 houses on, some arsehole to put it right in the middle, so we block off all the room that you couldn't put it down anywhere else. So to be honest, in the areas where you can put housing, you could probably get twice as many houses on there if people would put them in a decent looking area, you know, a decent looking way. I think the housing should have been snapped, so it had to go in a certain block, because you can still spin your house around and, you know, make it face a different direction if you wanted, but it would have to go in a set area, and then you could have it properly, like streets and all that sort of thing would look really, really cool on it. But I think they missed the ball on that housing area. Over here is some of the siege weapons for when we start getting the castle sieging up in Aurora. There's your farm wagon. Here's the larger farm wagon, which has a water spout in the front, which is handy for watering your garden. And another mortar. There's no trebuchets here. I'm sure there's trebuchets on here. and a well for filling up your vehicles there. As you see, you can buy cars as well, but they're bloody expensive. 800 guilders. You can have one pack in the back. Just something fancy really, I haven't seen one around yet. He is leveling his horse by running around in circles. He should have his ass kicked off because he's making the queue higher, but never mind. You can also buy horses from here. And all the fencing you can also buy from here for Archeage sapling tree. Could be interesting. 3 guilder stars for that. So you can buy all this fencing, you can buy a cow as well. There's also these things here. So private loom, sawmill, etc. that you can put on. Solar Groves awesome looking. So you know, Mirage is your go-to place to buy all these bits and bats. You can also buy armor and stuff further up and stuff for your horses and whatnot. It's basically like a big marketplace, think of it as that. So as you saw before, combat's more or less the same as every other MMO. Old school MMO I should say anyways. Sorcerers stand there and fight. Archers and whatnot can move around. Warriors have a fair bit of ability as well, so it's really only us casters that are rooted doing stuff. There's 1 or 2 skills you can run around still doing, but mainly are rooted. As you see, it's night time now. Beautiful sky, 2 fucked up moons. Marianople is the main city. How far away from the border am I? Yeah, we'll run in there. The water is right up there. Look. So you do have major cities. Where I was before, Esna is one of the smaller ones. But Marianople is your large main city, which you'll get a lot of people hanging around looking for groups to do stuff, or on the way to Aurora. It's always good swinging your mouse around to have a look at what's going on. There's a fruited grapevine there, so you can get some grapes and chop it down for 1 log. You know, there's always stuff around in the world to get. There's a house half built over there, look. Another one half built. Some of these people will have got the land and then either move servers or quit the game. So there's a lot of them that you've got to wait to be destroyed. You've got to pay taxes on your land to make sure you keep it. For my farm, I think it was 15 every week. For the other farms, like 10. And you can make them out your scarecrow. Takes 200 labour points for 5. This here is a transport hub. So if you're got a trade pack and you want to get somewhere quick and you've no donkey, you can hop on one of these babies and it'll take you to the next town usually. My donkey down there, he's just got his carrot and a stick. That over there is a new year chick. That is where you spawn if you get killed. You'll get a debuff, but you can get rid of it there as well. See, there's a guy on a trade running his donkey up, and he's got a carrot and a stick, which makes him go a bit quicker. I'm still going to fly past him. The trade pack does have weight, so it does slow you down. There is the outside of Marianople. Huge place. Looks really impressive. There's a tractor park up at the side. Talking to a chick, looks like he's trying to pick her up, that's dodgy. Vice squad will be onto him. Okay, that was weird. So here we are running into a massive, well, the largest town in Archeage so far. It's all beautifully detailed. Gorge everywhere. Here's the main square. You know, something like Munich's centre square, things like that. Got a huge castle there and the statues and that sort of thing. It's really, really cool looking. Especially at night with the lights on. All these can be turned on and off, by the way. For some reason you gotta get like a horse now. But in this graphics engine all the lights dynamic. As you can see on the floor there. And the shadow will go with the light. You can actually see it better on the street lights outside. Mailbox, which fly away now and again, really fucking annoying. You want to go get your mail and then it flies off. So there's different types of scenery. You've got your Cinderstone, which is all scorched earth and volcanoes and stuff. Got a lot of these forested tree areas. This is more farmland than anything else really. Up at the top there you've got like a snowy area and it's all subarctic. It'll tell you what they are. Temperate. Yeah. Tropical. So some plants will grow better there than others. Oh, and you see the shadow there just going underneath me? Yep, there you go. So it's really cool. The graphics engine is pretty good. It's old graphics engine, it's an old CryEngine I think, but it still works really well for this. And the west area is all, you know, Asian, Chinese, Japanese sort of architecture and scenery. It's beautiful scenery over there. I've been over there and done a few quests. I have an altar over that side as well. It's really, really nice area. I'm gonna go over and do some more questing to see what it's like. The areas over there and stuff. But it's really cool. Always more fun playing these games in a guild. I'm in donkey business. We do the odd trade run and whatnot. Bit of farming and stuff. Birch saplings. So these you can uproot. And then when they're older you can cut them down and whatnot. They're all saplings at the minute so there's no point. Or a young one there. It'll tell you when they're ready, you know, 19 hours for that, 17 hours for that, there's a proper tree. So, yeah, beautiful game, crafting's in depth. Your skill tree is it's pretty good. Think of Rift with your souls. You know, you can select whatever you want. It'll give you ideas of what you should go with it, but you don't have to. I mean, I might change witchcraft for oh, was it battle rage? So I can be a sorcerer, but if something gets close, I can kick the shit clean out of them whenever they get there. So, you know, like Rift, you can mix and match it. There's a little bit of cookie cutter building going on at the minute, but I'm hoping they're going to tweak and tinker with it so you can't, you know, anything's new enough, anything's viable. I actually have a point to spend though, which I haven't done yet, because I'm a dipstick. I'm trying to fill these up first. So I think you get a total of 28 points. So I'm going to try and, my last one will be in there, and I want to get a couple of these as well. I've got everything I want out of there and out of there really. the 4% cast skill, you know, minus 4% speed. I haven't really noticed it, to be honest. So that's why I might change Witchcraft for something else and just try it. You've got your basic stuff, your dancing and all that lot, as you've probably seen in other videos. Your racials, I've gone over in another video. Emotes, tons of, absolutely tons of. And they're all pretty good, you know, they're all good. Here's your proficiencies, which I was telling you about. And then you can learn the other languages so you can understand what the other opposite faction's saying. Don't think anybody's bothered with that yet. So, crafting, pretty in depth. You've got to grow or get all of whatever you're making. So as you can see, the salt wedges from the vendors. You've got to get your lumber, archeage dust is from drops and whatnot. You can make, where is it? Husbandry, feed for your animals and whatnot. You know, it's all different things that you can grow. So your clover, your pumpkins, and then your hay bales and things like that. You know, everything that you can build, you can get the materials yourself by growing it, harvesting it, or what have you. So that's pretty cool. Making gear is a bit of a ball ache. It's green, but as your proficiency goes up, it has the chance to go up to maybe a blue or something like that, or you can actually regrade it by using a scroll, but that also has the chance to drop it down or destroy it. So you might end up, if you get a blue, you might regrade it to try and get an epic or something like that, and it might accidentally drop it down to a green or destroy it altogether. But as you see, everything you build, you've got to have the last part of armor for it. So the RNG kind of sucks a little bit at the minute, but it's livable. You can rattle through it. As you see, some of the gear does have intellect and what on it, so you can wear whatever you want if you wanted to. The actual stuff I've got on at the minute is from one of the instances, one of the dungeons, so it's going to be better than half of this stuff at the minute. But I don't know if I'll go metal. I might go leather with this guy, I don't know yet. Probably not, because they have no intellect on them. But we'll see. And again, you log in for your wood loots and all that sort of stuff. So the crafting can be quite in depth. So that's really Archeage in a nutshell. It's got a lot of potential. So all those trees, beautiful scenery in it. Anything you see, you can technically get to. If you get high enough, you can jump off one of the airships and probably get to the top of some of these mountains. You know, so everything's physically there. There is a lot of land yet to be released all around the coasts, and Aurora has a shit ton to be opened up, because that's where the full-on PvP and the castle sieging is going to be. So you can go in there as a guild, claim an area, build your castle, and put houses inside it and have a proper little keep going. That can be taken by another guild, but what they take, they keep. So if you destroy a lot of walls, that guild's going to have to rebuild it again before the cooldown runs down for you to re-attack it. So, you know, there'll be tactics there. You know, don't frigging blow the hell out of this place, because we want to keep it pretty much intact. So there'll be some tactics going into that, which could be quite fun whenever they get it running properly. And that again, we're probably handing out mercenary guilds. You know, we want to take this guy's a hand, and we'll let you live on our land or something like that. You know, so that's pretty cool. And then you, as the guild who owns that land, can raise the taxes or whatnot, however you want. So that's going to be quite a cool thing whenever they've got it opened. God knows when that's going to be. They really need to get some more land open up here. There's a lot of area to open here. I mean, this is all, you know, the playing area now to 50. So you can imagine the size of all of this is going to be another, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So you reckon there's what, 15, 20 more areas you can have around there, up there. So 23, yeah, 22, 23 areas maybe over on this side alone. Probably the same around there, on that island there. Up there's a hell of a lot of land, so you know there's a lot of expansion to be done yet. But we've not heard anything from XLR trying about that, so we don't know when that's happening or when it's going on. But it needs it so you can get the land that you want. So yeah, had a rocky start. There are a lot of things wrong with it, but there are a lot of things right with it. Again, it is a, what do they call them? Theme box, whatever's. You can quest up to 20 if you want, and then just break off and do whatever you want. Finish your story questing. You know, finish all your story, and you'll have enough guilders to buy a house or, well, a small house or a boat or what have you. And then just go off and do your own thing. Farming, PvPing, trade packs, you know, whatever you want, just to level up. I got like 3 levels from building my flipping house. Because everything you do, you get XP from. Whether you're picking up plants, chopping trees down, making packs, making logs, furniture, anything, you get XP from everything, like so. It's up to you how you do it. Another thing before I finish, which is a really cool feature that I like. Everybody knows, you know, F12 will cancel out and you can do your screenshots. Well, Control F12 puts into a cinematic mode. So you can then use the keys to move around, get dynamic shots. Now if I bring the thing back up, it shows you the controls here. Depth of field, focal length, focal ranges, blaring, rotating the camera and all that sort of stuff. So that's pretty cool, I do like that. So you can get those fancy shots if you wanted. Yep, I agree, son. Or you can just get a close-up of your character if you wanted. Oh, I mean, animals just chop my head off. Or you can go away from your character completely. That's as far a distance as you can get, but it's still quite a ways. I think there's a way you can zoom in as well, which I can't remember. Oh, there you go, mouse wheel. So you can zoom in as well, which is pretty cool. And then you just control F12 of it to go back. So that's really, really cool. Just for those people who like to take selfies. You can now do fancy ones in game. So, to round it up, Archeage. Shit PvP at the minute. Needs to be worked on. Housing needs to be worked on. It's good, concept's awesome. Just the placement needs to be checked. Graphics, great engine, runs great, looks beautiful, everything's seamless. There's no loading in between content. Well, yeah, there's no loading in between content or anything. You hop on a ship on this continent, sail all the way across the sea to the other continent, get off and keep going. There's no loading screens anywhere on this map, which is pretty impressive. Especially for the size of it. Takes a good 10-15 minutes to sail from one, you know, from here to Aurora and whatnot. Cash shop, nah, same as most games. Loyalty tokens, nah, you get them every day you log on, but they're not brilliant. Questing, it's fun, some good quests. Love the underachieving and overachieving mechanic. That's very cool. I do like that a lot. Mounts, pretty cool. You can get any mount you want. You can get, if you're a newian, you can go over to the eastern side and get their mounts. If you don't get your arse kicked on the way, vice versa, they can come in and get our mounts. So plenty of mounts to get. Gliders, there's loads of designs, cars, all that stuff you can build. So yeah, good potential. It is good fun. I'm enjoying it. So yeah, if you fancy it, guys, come and have a blast. It's on, I think it's on Steam still, or you just go to try on and get it from them. If you've already got Rift and stuff like that, you'll know how the system works. So thanks for watching, guys. Any comments or questions, chuck them down below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. If you like the video, give us a thumbs up. Oh yeah, before I finish, I actually forgot to show you the battle pet, didn't I? There you go, here's my wolf. He's one of my battle pets. I have another wolf as well, it's a different colour. You can rename all your pets, horses and all that lot, and your tractors and your cars. He's one of many you can get. Say you can capture some of the bosses, even the world bosses you can capture. Yes, there are world bosses in this game. I'll hit the right button in a minute. I think it's in leatherworking. Yeah, there we go. There you go. Even tells you what you can do, or what you can catch. It's pretty cool. I don't know what the wardrobe does. Increase your stats. So, you know, you can get some cool battle pets. They're handy. They do come in handy for leveling. I don't know if they're any good for PvP, but they are really good for leveling. I'll give them that. They do some good damage to mobs. And again, you can armor the guys up. He's wearing battle armor from one of the instances, or raids, or dungeons, whatever you want to call them these days. And it affects all his stats. So there you go, guys. Just thought I'd show you that before I forget. So yeah, any questions, comments below. Give us a thumbs up, subscribe so you can see other videos that I'm doing. There should be PS4 stuff coming as well. Go and see my Facebook page and join that. My Twitter page. Twitter's mainly just for retweeting information and stuff like that. And also info for my games go. Thanks for watching, and I shall see you around.